you. My whole life falls in line. I prayed for you before I called you mine. Oh, I can't believe it's true sometimes. Oh, I can't believe it's true. I get to love you. It's the best thing that I'll ever do. I get to love you. It's a promise I'm making to you. Whatever may come, your heart I will choose. Forever I'm yours, forever I do.
Have a right. Yeah, where we don't have any tissues. Who have a right? Yeah, where we don't have any. Set, look.
I get to love you.
Come on. It's perfect. Perfection. Perfection.
I am nothing
Okay.
Oh my God, Brianna.
You love it?
I can't even imagine. It looks true. Oh, look up. Oh, that should make. Oh, baby. You look beautiful. What a perfect dress.
This is mom filmed.
Oh yeah, perfect.
I get to
Oh gosh, you look so great.
you.
I love your flower choice and everything. You look.
It's the
Oh
best
man,
thing that I'll ever
I
do.
love this too.
I get to love you. It's a promise I'm making to you. Whatever may come, your heart I will choose. Forever I'm yours, forever I do. I get to love you. I get to love you. I get to love you. One look at you. My whole life falls in line. I prayed for you before I called you mine. Oh, I can't believe it's true sometimes. Oh, I can't believe it's true. I get to love you. It's the best thing that I'll ever do. I get to love you. It's a promise I'm making to you. Whatever may come, God I will choose. Forever I'm yours, forever I do. I get to love you. I get to love you. The way you
Oh, I'm sorry. What do we do? I'll get it. Hey. Don't cry, we're ready.
I'm looking at this and I'm like, oh, I'm doing,
Yeah.
I have to do
We have to do
something.
something.
So forgive me for reading from this paper, but I need some guidelines for this.
Okay.
Welcome to all, and thank you for being here to take part in this special day. It is with great joy that we prepare to celebrate the union of James and Brianna with their treasured family and friends. James and Brianna, we are here today to celebrate the strong bond you share and to honor your genuine commitment to each other's happiness. As we begin, I would like to convey on behalf of James and Brianna the most heartfelt thank you to all the friends and family in attendance. They extend their deepest gratitude to Brianna's parents, Dr. and Mrs. Paul and Joan Barberato, James's parents, Mr. and Mrs. Jim and Darlene Riley, to their beloved bridal party and family of choice, Carly, Jen, Lauren, Liz, Jeff, Bill, Ben, and Justin. And a most special thanks to those of you who have traveled from far away to be here today. This celebration is made all the more meaningful with you here. I personally would also like to thank James and Brianna for this incredible honor to be asked to not only bear witness, but also provide such special guidance to this most sacred day. So let's take a moment first to give the parents the opportunity to acknowledge the union of these two families. I'm just going to ask you a simple question, and I think the answer will be implicit. So, James, to your parents, who takes this bride to join your family?
We do.
And to Brianna, for your parents, who takes this groom to join your family? Okay, so I prepared a few words that I just wanted to say to you guys. There's an old adage, marriage is hard work. I hate that adage. Before I fell in love and got married myself, I hated that adage, and I still hate it. Because so much of just being alive can be such hard work. What is the logic of electing to formally, legally, and permanently connect yourself to another person if the end result is that you now have even more hard work? So I modify this old adage to better capture what I believe actually inspires us to get married, to stay married, and to be able to say that you have a successful marriage. Life is hard work, so you must choose your partner very wisely. The quest for that partner should be painstaking. You must find someone who may not speak your language at first, but is willing to learn it. You must find someone who is not so wounded that they have no water left in their cup to give you, but yet is wounded enough that they understand the thirst. And it is their love for you combined with this understanding of that thirst that renders them completely devoted to quenching yours. You must find someone who understands the emotional economics of a package deal. That is, you opt in for all the messiness and complications because you know that bundled into all those challenges is also a titanium type strength. That this person will provide for you what no one else has fulfilled up to this point. And when you find this person and they find you, this is the unicorn relationship. The unicorn relationship is one that enhances your life and makes the hard work that is living less hard. If you had a barn and stables with a living, breathing unicorn living inside it, you would work hard to take care of it. You are not working hard because the unicorn itself is hard. You are working hard because you would do anything to nurture and preserve the health of this precious unicorn so that you can have it and cherish it as long as you both shall live. Any hard work involved is the work of fending off any identified threat to this magical creature you have been given. With this, any work you put in does not feel like deprivation or sacrifice. It feels like maintaining your abundance. Just like the literal unicorn in the stable, it is not the marriage itself that is the hard work. The marriage is the unicorn gift that enhances your life, a gift we would be crazy not to receive. And we work hard to cherish and protect our most precious gifts. The first day I met Brianna, she enlisted me to help her fix her life. I gave it my all, and 2.5 hours, maybe 3.25 hours later, I asked her how she felt, and she said completely overwhelmed. A few days later, when she called me back and asked for more, that was the moment I saw so clearly the first time the depth and tenacity that this girl possessed. And I saw that same depth and tenacity many, many times in the years to follow. I also told her many, many times in the years to follow that I believed in her to the fullest degree and would continue to do so until her belief in herself matched mine. It was along this journey that I believe her heart and her eyes were opened such that she could recognize when her unicorn, James, presented himself. And before she even knew whether he felt the same way about her, she told me, I can marry this man. I know I can. And she was right, because she could. Because yes, she saw his soul, and in return, he saw hers. The first day I met James, his nervous energy was palpable to me. Perhaps he did not know what to expect, and perhaps he would not have placed the same value on meeting with me that Brianna had, but James loves Brianna. And James is the kind of person that loves and thinks like this. If it's important for Brianna, it's probably important for me. And James has continued to show up with that blind faith from that point forward and up to the present day. Blind faith, the most beautiful and admirable kind of blindness, blind to the challenges, blind to the risks, both logistical and emotional. I tell my own husband, this is called his love goggles. Simply and blindly devoted to a disciplined approach to disregarding all challenges and pitfalls as not having any real significance along the way. Possessing a profound understanding of the big picture, and that is that these two unicorns can do for one another what they could never do for themselves. James and his way of loving is a role model for all of us. For wouldn't all of our lives be so much simpler and more fulfilling if we could block out all the noise and stay unwaveringly connected and committed to our values and most important missions in life? That is the true definition of a purpose-driven life. In having such an intimate role in Brianna's life, I have had the very moving honor and privilege to bear firsthand witness to the stunning power it has held for her to be the recipient of James's special and unique love currency. So let's go back to James' palpable nervousness that first day I met him for a moment. I want to tell you a little story about that meeting. Shortly after I moved into my house, I found an unusual treasure in a shed on my property. 2 gigantic granite seahorse sculptures. Although I pride myself on being able to find a use for almost any unique treasure I stumble upon, no matter how obscure, I was hard-pressed figuring out how to incorporate 2 massive seahorse statues into the North Country aesthetic. So I had listed these statues up for sale online, and of course there was a buyer who contacted me almost immediately about the seahorses. Unbeknownst to me at the time of my meeting with Brianna and James, the buyer and I had apparently had a miscommunication about the logistics associated with the purchase of the seahorses. And unbeknownst to Brianna and James was the sheer existence of the seahorses, let alone this pending transaction. So here I am sitting face to face with a very motivated version of Brianna, a quite affable yet nervous, precious little James in tow, meeting me for the first time. Alongside us in my home office was a huge wall-sized picture window, and so with that layout, the three of us couldn't help but observe a scruffy man appear from seemingly out of nowhere, and we watched him make his way past the picture window. At first, the three of us tried to move on as though we didn't see him. And I'm stammering through our initial introductions, distracted by trying to figure out who this man is, what he is doing, and hoping he will just go away. At this point, I'm basically dying as I realized he's now past the glass window, turned the corner, and is now knocking on the glass door. And yes, of course, he can see all of us as clearly as we can see him. And he's making direct eye contact with all three of us. I do my best to tactfully apologize to James and Brianna for the disruption, and I excuse myself to go to the door and figure out what is happening. I was completely boxed in, and there was absolutely no preventing Brianna and James from hearing what the man said, which was something like this. Hi, I have a truck out front. I'm here to pick up the seahorses. And so I feel the tingles of embarrassment rip through me at the notion of this utterly unprofessional and frankly totally bizarre exchange. And so naturally, my reaction did nothing to make the situation less disruptive. Instead, I burst into uncontrollable laughter. And thankfully, I realized almost immediately that there was no need for me to be embarrassed or apologize anymore, because then James, with the most innocent and perplexed look on his face, says, "Seahorses?" And now Brianna and James and I are all uncontrollably laughing. Now it is only the seahorse purchaser who looked embarrassed and uncomfortable. Needless to say, the ice was broken, and James was seemingly permanently comfortable in my presence from that seahorse point forward. Subsequent to that day, we have shared many laughs about being bound together as three seahorse souls. I wish I could stand here and say that was the only wacky thing that ever happened at these meetings, but that would be far from the truth, but those are other stories for another time. So yes, seahorses and unicorns. It all sounds so lofty and fantastic, doesn't it? And yet, speaking most sincerely, I will tell you that one of my strongest fundamental beliefs is that it is often the people who possess the strongest capacity for fantasy who are also the most resilient. And they are the ones who tend to manifest the most unique and extraordinary realities. Brianna and James, I can't wait to learn the context of all the following chapters of your long and windy, never-ending and extraordinary love story. So now it's time for the vows.
Okay. For our own, right?
Yes.
You want me to go first?
At this time, James and Brianna would like to say a few words to each other.
Okay, you go.
Okay, I'll go first. Let's see, where am I starting today? Okay. Don't peek.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. Brianna, I was drawn to you the moment we met. Those bright eyes, that gorgeous smile, and that cute giggle of yours had me love-struck. Ever since that day, every day has been a blessing to have you in my life. From coworker to friend, from girlfriend to fiance, and today, I'm honored and proud and excited to call you my wife. I look forward to this next chapter of our lives together as husband and wife. I vow to always love you, celebrate you, and encourage you every single day. I promise to always stand by your side through life's ups and downs. I promise to always support you and be your rock. I vow to love you every single day and be by your side to the day I die. I love you, and I'm going to try not to cry.
Okay. I love you. Thank you. Okay, my turn.
Okay.
Okay. If someone told me that someday I would call my future husband Angel as a term of endearment, I wouldn't have believed them. But honestly, I can't think of a more fitting name to call you. The way you came into my life alone felt so fateful and felt like a higher power must have had a hand in it. I was so confused and angry for so long about how my life was going after my teenage years, and I always believed in the saying, everything happens for a reason, but I couldn't fathom what possibly could be the reason for what I was going through, and nothing in my life was going the way I imagined it would. And now I know it was for a reason. It was to lead me to you. And I needed to go through what I went through so that the universe could help me find you. I truly believed for the longest time I would never find the right person because there was no one in the world that was going to fit the criteria I would need them to in order to deal with me and understand me and want to be with me forever. And I joked that this person would have to be an alien or an angel or something because they didn't exist. And then I met you, and I never felt more comfortable or safe to be myself with someone in my entire life. You are the alien angel I thought didn't exist. Thank you for taking care of me the way you do. Thank you for loving me unconditionally. Thank you for being such a great dog dad. I know one day you'll be such an incredible dad to our actual kids. And I promise every day I'll try to be the best version of myself for you, and that I will love you and accept you exactly the way you are. And I promise I will never take for granted how amazing you are. And I love you so much, my angel, today and every day. Okay.
Okay. Now we'll do our traditional vows.
Okay.
Now, in the presence of God and your family and friends, you will recite your traditional vows. James, you will start by repeating after me, okay?
Okay. Okay.
I, James, take you, Brianna,
I, James, take you, Brianna,
to be my lawfully wedded wife.
to be my lawfully wedded wife.
I promise to be true to you in good times and in bad,
I promise to be true to you and in good times and in bad,
for richer or for poorer,
for richer or for poorer,
in sickness and in health.
in sickness and in health.
I vow to stay true to you, honor you, and love you all the days of my life.
I vow to stay
True to you,
true to you,
honor you, and love you all the days of
and
my
love
life.
you all the days of my life.
Brianna, now it's time for your vows. I, Brianna, take you, James,
Take you, James,
to be my lawfully wedded
to
husband.
be my lawfully wedded husband.
I promise to be true to you in good times and in bad,
I promise to be true to you in good times and in bad,
for richer or for poorer,
for richer or for poorer,
in sickness and in health.
in sickness and in health.
I vow to stay true to you, honor you,
I vow to stay true to you and honor you
and love you all the days of my life.
and love you all the days of my life.
So, James and Brianna, keep your hands together.
Okay.
You're supposed to join them,
Sorry.
but we'll keep them joined.
Sorry.
Continue joining your hands. James, do you take Brianna to be your lawfully wedded wife? Do you vow to offer unconditional love and support as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Brianna, do you take James to be your lawfully wedded husband? Do you vow to offer unconditional love and support to him as long as you both shall live?
I do.
Now you will exchange the rings. But I was so scared I would lose.
Go ahead, you can.
Okay.
Good job.
I'm not sure about that part.
That's all right.
Okay.
You're good.
When you open the box,
Okay.
take a moment
Okay.
to take a moment to appreciate how the shape of these rings, which is a circle,
Mhm.
mirrors your commitment. A circle has no beginning and no end. So too will your love for each other prove infinite in scope. Allow these rings to be the physical representation of your union, a timeless reminder of the connection you share. So take the ring, James, you're going to start. Repeat after me. I, James,
I, James,
give you, Brianna,
give you, Brianna,
this ring as a symbol of my unwavering love and dedication.
this ring as a symbol of my unwavering love and dedication.
Everything that I am is yours,
Everything that I am is yours,
and all that you are I shall cherish.
and all that you are I will cherish.
I, Brianna,
Oh,
sorry.
not yet.
You can put it on
Go
there?
ahead,
Yes,
slide
you
it
can
on.
put it on.
Okay. How's that? Good?
Beautiful.
Okay.
Good job.
Complete.
Okay.
Okay. I, Brianna,
Hi, Brianna.
give you, James,
Give you, James,
this ring as a symbol of my unwavering love and dedication.
this ring as a symbol of my unwavering love and dedication.
Everything that I am is yours,
Everything that I am is yours,
and all that you are I shall cherish.
and all that you are I shall cherish.
And so, with that, by the power vested in me by the state of New York, I happily pronounce James and Brianna as husband and wife. You may kiss your bride. So, ladies and gentlemen, we've now arrived at the conclusion of our ceremony, and I now present to you for the first time Mr. and Mrs. Riley.
Well, I will call you darling, and everything will be okay. 'Cause I know that I am yours and you are mine. Doesn't matter anyway. to be with you all the time. You know that I won't stop until I make you mine. You know that I won't stop until I make you mine. Until I make you mine. Put your hand in mine. You know that I want to be with you all the time. Oh darling, darling, baby, you're so very
When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear and there is no one there to dry your tears, I hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I will never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. I go hungry, I go black and blue. I go wrong. No, there's nothing that I wouldn't do to make you feel my love. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one call away. Call me baby if you need a friend. I just wanna give you love. Come on, come on, come on. Reaching out to you, so take a chance. No matter where you go, no, you're not alone. I'm only one call away. I'll be there to save the day. Superman got nothing on me. I'm only one call away. Come along with me and don't be scared. I just wanna set you free. Come on, come on, come on. You and me can make it everywhere. For now, we can stay here for a while. 'Cause you know, I just wanna see you smile. No matter where you go, you know you're not alone. I'm only one call away.
stop crying.
Yeah. Gotta man up.
Where are we?
Letting the dress rip really long. Thank you so much. All right.
May the good Lord be with you down every road you go. And may sunshine and happiness surround you when you far from home. And may you grow to be proud, dignified and true. And do unto others as you have done to you. Be courageous and be brave, and in my heart you'll always stay forever young, forever young, forever young, forever young. May good fortune be with you, may your guiding light be strong. Build a stairway to heaven with the Prince of Vagabond. And may it never look in vain. And in my heart you will remain forever young, forever young, forever young,
My name is Jeff Kuhn, and people call me Jeff. So, all right. I'm so delighted to be here, and even more honored to be the best man, which to me actually seems a bit more appropriate to be referred to as the second best man, because James here is truly a great guy, and he is the best man in my mind. And I certainly don't want to miss the opportunity to remark about the beauty and elegance of bridesmaids. So, only outshined by beautiful Brianna. This is an exciting day and a beautiful time to celebrate, and a great setting to celebrate the marriage of James and Brianna. I've known James for many years now, and in fact, he's my fraternal brother, and as a member of the Masonic fraternity. Through all the meetings and social events, you really do get to know a person. And I've known James for many years. But I remember when James was first expressing an interest in becoming a Mason and being part of our group. He had done much research, and as he was considering petitioning for membership, there was much that he wanted to know before deciding to do so. And James already had his ideas of what he expected. He knew that Masons were revered for their morals and their principles. But the more we discussed the many of the ins and outs of what the group was all about, and those who don't know a bit about the Masons, we actually don't control the world. But we actually too. And and also, same thing with Monty Python. We're laughing the same way you guys are. So, James can tell you all about that. So I've learned from James that he is quite principled in all those things, like personal integrity, being tantamount to one's own good character. This, as James may remember all those years ago, resonated with him. And before today, and the most eloquent delivery by Claire during the wedding ceremony, I didn't quite know how I would articulate it until just now, really. James, to me, is a unicorn. Because I have never really seen I've never seen someone take to learning and exemplifying those principles of our fraternity. And so
Yeah.
I lost my place.
Oh, it's okay. Take your time.
And so there's a bonus that the really special Masons have. Not just the card-carrying brothers. James manages to have a significant and really positive impact on just about anybody he meets. You can't have a bad day around James because James will go way out of his way to help fix or even at least commiserate with you and share the pain. So I just want to give my brief ode to our beloved unicorn, space alien, as he is to me and so many others. Brianna, you are beautiful and bright. And if you can only imagine the number of stories James brings up, so appreciative of your uniqueness, so loving and full of admiration, and a bit of a dreaminess as he expresses his happiness that you were both meant to be together since the beginning of time. So, to James and Brianna.
Oh, they got your drink right there.
There we go. Look at this. All right. So, to James and Brianna, may your marriage be a thing of beauty and a joy forever, always as beautiful as you are today, and may the loveliness of your marriage increase with each year. Here's to the bride and groom.
Thank you, Joe.
God bless you guys.
Woo! You did a good job.
Need a doctor?
That's right.
I'm tired.
Thank you, everybody.
Today is such an exciting day, and I'm so happy for Brianna and James, who deserve such a special day. All of our lives, Brianna has been my #1 hype girl, always celebrating me when I had any kind of accomplishment, and making amazing professional-looking compilation videos for any milestone. So today, I want to hype Brianna up. Brianna has been the best big sister from the day I was born. She is so selfless, even as a little girl. A memory that sticks out is the Christmas that I was 2 and Brianna was 6, and I was still learning the whole Christmas morning thing. I hadn't fully grasped that there's separate presents for Brianna and I, and that Brianna made a thorough, thought-out list with all the catalogs that came for months before. I thought you just grab a present and you open it, and that's what I did. So there were first few times I grabbed a present that was Brianna's, and my parents tried to explain that that was hers and I had my own. Apparently that was still not registering in my little toddler brain because I continued to take more of Brianna's gifts. Most 6-year-olds would have grabbed it back and claimed what's theirs, or maybe yelled to stop taking it, or even shed a tear or two, but Brianna wasn't most 6-year-olds. Brianna looked at me and then my parents, and she just said, "That's okay, she can open some," and proceeded to calmly watch as I opened multiple of her presents. She actually enjoyed sharing the moment with me, and this is a Christmas home video that we watch all the time, and I'm always impressed at how kind she was to me at such a young age. This is just one of the many examples of how well my sister has always treated me. Most siblings argue and fight over clothes and who gets the front seat on a long car ride, but that wasn't really the case for us. We may have had an occasional disagreement, but we rarely fought. She shared with me and took turns with me and always treated me like a friend instead of a sister. Brianna always celebrates not only me, but all of her friends and our family, and she gives the best, most thoughtful gifts. She loves our family, she loves her friends, and she makes sure we all feel special. When I first got to know James, I quickly realized that he treats Brianna just as well as she treats everyone. He's so thoughtful and remembers the little details and enjoys celebrating Brianna. He also treats our family so well. He knows how important family is to Brianna, so we are just as important to him. He helps out in a lot of big ways, but just as important, he helps out in the little ways like picking up a pint of my favorite Stewart's ice cream, Happy Camper, every once in a while, just because. I'm so so grateful Brianna found someone who treats her as well as she treats others. James already became part of our family, but today it's official, so welcome. We're really lucky to have you. So now in true bridesmaid fashion, there's really only one thing left to say. Keep smiling. Keep smiling. No, you can always count on me. For sure. That's what friends are for. In good times and bad times, I'll be on your side forevermore. That's what friends are for. Oh, this is mine, right? Okay, not mine. But, okay, toast Brianna and James. Okay, we'll toast Brianna and James. Congratulations.
Thank you, Carmen. That was really
We're on top of the world now, darling, so don't let go. Can I call you mine? So can I call you mine now, darling, for a whole lifetime? My heart finally trusts my mind, and I know somehow it's right. And oh, we got time, yeah. So darling, just say you'll stay right by my side. And oh, we got love, yeah. So darling, just swear you'll stand right by my side. We're on top of the world. We're on top of the world now, darling, so don't let go. I got something to say.